Welcome to my first attempt at a cooking video. Some years ago, I had occasion to have some heart problems, and I talked with a cardiologist about a book that someone had given me at that time. It was by a Dr. Dean Ornish, who was an MD who published a version of a book, a predecessor to this, that said that you could reverse heart disease through diet. And I asked the cardiologist about it, and I said, did that work? And he says, yes. I said, so why doesn't everybody follow it? And he said, it's too hard for most people. But as a follow-up to the original book, Dean Harnish came out with a cookbook that had recipes in it. So I took this book recently and went through it looking for recipes that I might use or adapt. And one of the recipes that it sounded like it would be worth trying is called roasted carrots, parsnips, and beets, which to me sounded like a 1960s folk song. But that's basically the three ingredients. I decided to adapt it by adding a few tablespoons of diced up Italian bacon, guanciale they call it, a smoked pork gel, which I fried separately to get rid of the fat, threw it in for flavoring, and about three or four cups of water, and then I put in a cube of mild curry, it's called Vermont mild curry, and also some diced onion, and I cooked it for half an hour or so. Now the beets and the carrots I had prepared by placing them into an air fryer, and I cooked them for 15 minutes so that they were well cooked. They were pre-roasted, and so the stew that I made was made after that was done. And I think it turned out pretty good. So that's the recipe that I'm going to try to replicate here today. Here we see the carrots and parsnips after they've been washed and peeled and cut into small pieces, about ready to be added to the stew. And next to them we see the beets, which need to be cooked for about 15 minutes, and I'm about to dump them into boiling water. You'll notice the stems were left on. It'll give me a thing to hold on to when I take them out of the hot water. And there we have it. All the vegetables have been mixed together in vegetable broth. I added a little bit of avocado diced up because I had one to use, a touch of salt, and that's about it. And now it's being served.